Hello YouTube, and welcome to this reading. As you can see, I have 3 cards laid out, and you can choose the one you're most drawn to, and that will be your reading for today. Today's reading is specifically about what your spirit guides have been trying to tell you. So if you've been seeing a lot of signs, a lot of angel numbers, a lot of things that you're just not sure what they mean, this reading is for you, and this is going to help clarify what your guides have been trying to say and why they've been sending so many signs. So take a moment now and just focus on the cards, clear your mind a bit, and just see which one stands out the most to you. We have the galactic mushroom with green aventurine for the crystal. We have lay of the land with red jasper as the crystal, and many masks with clear quartz as the crystal. I'm going to use my singing bowl for a moment and give you a moment to choose your pile, and then you can skip ahead in the description of this video to your pile. Wonderful, thank you for choosing a pile. And we are going to start this reading with pile number 1. So pile number 1, here we are with the galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. This card is about our connectivity to everything. Like, we are connected to every other person on this planet, every tree, every animal, literally everything on this planet is connected. This card, the galactic mushroom, is referring to the mycelium of mushrooms, which connect all plant life in a forest. And it's how plants communicate with each other. Like trees and bushes and vines, all that stuff, they talk to each other through the mycelium in the mushroom network. And this card is representing the galactic mushroom, which is like the mycelium of the universe, which is that invisible stuff that connects all of us. It's that energy that keeps every single one of us connected. It's the reason that these readings work and they resonate with people, because we can tap into that connectedness and use it for the greater good. So that is what the galactic mushroom, the divine matrix, is all about. And what's really interesting is the green aventurine is also about luck and prosperity, connectedness, and heart chakra healing, which I feel a strong call with this card that pile number 1, you have some heart chakra healing to work with today. Another thing that's interesting is when I rolled my dice, I got all 6s. It was either 6s or 3 6s and a 5 and a 1 or whatever. It was all 6s. And 2 and 4, the card number is 24, add up to 6. 6 is about balance and connectivity to me, because you have the 2 3s, which are the balance, and the 6s. 6 is also about looking at your life and the balance in your life and really figuring out what is important to you. How much energy are you spending on things that are important to you versus things that you're just kind of doing for the sake of doing, like doing on autopilot kind of. So it really asks you to kind of look at your life and see, where is your energy going, and is it going where you want it to go? So pile number 1, let's see what else the universe has in store for you. I'm feeling very called to spirit animals with this reading already. So let's see what the spirit animal deck has to say for you. Oh, lots of stuff. It's really chattering. Okay, let's see what we've got here, pile number 1. Oh, we have the dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love. Again, look at those priorities. Okay, lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. That's interesting because the 6 of Pentacles in tarot is all about generosity, giving and receiving. That's balance again. Frog spirit. Clear out the clutter. What in your life is just clutter, and what is the things that you love and what is important to you? Peacock spirit, let it shine. Like that. And the scarab beetle spirit, magic works through you. What a strong start to this reading, pile number 1. Wow. So your spirit guides have been chattering and talking and probably sending you messages in the form of some of these animals. If you've seen like a lot of dogs lately, or like you had a special moment with a dog, or if you've seen a lot of lions lately, even like YouTube videos or Facebook videos, or frogs or peacocks or scarab beetles, there is a message there for you. That is your guides communicating directly with you. Be loyal to what you love, be generous of spirit, clear out the clutter, let it shine. After the clutter is cleared, it's going to shine. And then magic works through you. But our magic can be interrupted when we're spending our energy and our focus and our time on those things that aren't important to us. So this is really a huge, huge message of be loyal to what you love. Look at what's important to you and what's not important to you, and give all of your generosity to those things that are important to you, because we can get caught up in people and things that drain our energy when they're not important to us. And then instead of just, we think that we're doing the right thing, but if we are pouring from an empty cup, resentment builds. There's no way around it. That's just the way life works. So it's really telling you to make sure that you are doing what's important to you, and also being generous of spirit. So there's a balance there again with the 6s, because when we're doing what we love, more often than not, what we love involves helping other people in some way or another. And I'm sure if you look at some of the things that you really enjoy, you'll probably see that connection pretty strongly. Let's see what else. I'm feeling more spirit animal stuff here. So I have another deck. Let's see what comes out here for you, pile number 1. Ooh. The hare and the boar. Okay. So the hare is intuition, moonlight, illumination, negotiation, fertility, fortune, plenty, unpredictability, trickster traits, and haphazardness. The boar is stubbornness, thick skin, loyalty again, sociability, persistence, fortitude, appreciation, adamance, and tenacity. Wow. Okay, so this is like, I feel like it's really kind of putting this all together, because with the scarab beetle, it was the magic works through you. We have to clear the clutter, make sure we're following our heart, and the hare is all about intuition and illumination. It also has negotiation in there too, which again kind of goes to the generosity of spirit. It's that balance. Sometimes we have to negotiate what's worth it and what's not. And a lot of the times we just end up kind of just going with the flow and not really looking at what's worth it to us and what's not. So this is really a call for you to take stock of your life and see what's worth it. And once you figure that out, just go for it. I feel like this rabbit is like just jumping in, just go for it. And then the boar is stubbornness, thick skin, loyalty. It's really saying like charge forward and get what you want. Like do the thing you've been thinking about. Like stop letting other people hold you back. Stop holding yourself back. Just take stock of your life and realize what you want to do with it, instead of just doing what you've been doing for a long time. Does that make sense? Okay, we definitely have some more messages here. Let's see. Pile number 1. What else does the universe have to say for you? What are your spirit guides trying to tell you? Okay. Sorry. Go wild. There's the lion again. Go wild. Okay. Let it shine. Go wild. Full moon in Aries. Cool your emotions. And new moon in Capricorn. We just had a new moon in Capricorn. If you're watching this at the time it's been posted. Step up and lead. Wow. So yeah, this is again, that go wild is that leap. Go for it. Go into it. And cool your emotions, I'm feeling is like, I think there's going to be pushback for you as soon as you start to take stock of your life and make these changes. Like, this is a ram and a boar. I feel like they both kind of have that same energy of just like pushing forward and just like going with it. But this is saying cool your emotions, because I feel like you might get pushback from people in your life once you start making these changes and staying true to your vibe instead of their vibe. So it's going to cause a little bit of tenseness. You might find yourself getting a bit frustrated or maybe even like hurt or sad because people aren't there for you the way that you thought they would be, because as we change, the people in our lives don't always want to see that. They like us the way that we are. And when we're growing and evolving, either the people around us are going to grow and evolve with us or be okay with that, or they're not. And if they're not, then that really says a lot about the kind of friendship or relationship that was to begin with. So cool your emotions. Don't let things get to you as you make these changes. And remember to step up and lead. Lead your metamorphosis is what I'm hearing here. I think as you stand up, you're going to get this pushback, but then people are going to see the positive changes you're making in your life and what a big influence it's had on your life, and it's going to inspire them to also start doing the same thing. So this is huge. I really feel like your guides are telling you, like, it's time to stop playing small. It's time to do what your heart's been calling you to do without letting anyone hold you back. Let's see what else we have for you. Pile number 1. Oh, that was fast. Creation again with that. Wow. Okay. So we had creativity come up here somewhere else, I'm pretty sure. Oh, maybe not. But I'm getting this sense here that you're meant to create this new life for yourself by making these changes, by taking this stock of your life and how it's been so far, and now creating what you're here to do. I believe that we are all sacred creators, and we're here to create and learn how to use the energy on earth to create. And so this is like, what are you creating? What is this that you're bringing into the world? What is your light that you're bringing into the world? What is your creation? It's time to work on that. I'm getting this vision kind of where you've been almost kind of like bending or like shrinking away from doing things that you want to do because you've been putting other people first and other situations or your job or whatever. You've been putting those things first and you've been shrinking yourself down in order to do that. And this is like, no, it's time to like open up. I just kind of see you opening up like a flower and this like white light kind of coming through as you shift into this new potential, into this new magic of the life that you're like birthing now. It's like a whole new life, and you're just like, you're right there. You just need to take the leap. The magic is working through you. Let it shine. Wow. Okay, let's see what the tarot cards have for you. Pile number 1. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Running out of space here. Let's see what we can do. Wow, this is so powerful. Okay. Wow. So, first of all, we have the King of Pentacles reversed, the Three of Swords reversed. There's somebody in your life. It could be a man, it doesn't have to be a man, but there is a sense of like a male energy here. really holding you back. And it could be a partner, or it could even be like your father or a brother or a teacher or some authoritative almost sort of man, or some man who is important to you in your life, who has hurt you deeply in a lot of ways, and has maybe it's the reason why you shrink yourself down and you do that bending and that hiding, because of this man in your life. And it doesn't have to be a man, but somebody with very masculine energy, somebody who was in a place of like authority, or that you looked at in like very high regard. That's what the kings in tarot are about. And then because we have the Three of Swords here next, which is the heartbreak card, but it's reversed. So this is a really good card in reverse, because it means that these swords are falling out. Like, it's the pain is going away. You're overcoming that pain. This is a time of healing. When the Three of Swords comes up in reverse, it's about healing and overcoming the pain. We have the Nine of Wands next, which is another card that is about standing tall after challenges in your life. With this card, this is like, these are all the challenges that you've overcome. And with this deck, wherever the rainbow colors are, that's kind of where like the energy of the card is residing. And so if you see, he's defeated all these challenges. You've overcome all of these slights, all of these hurts and these pains and these challenges and obstacles that the universe has put in your way, and all of the power is in your hands now. It's in your hands to overcome this pain that you've been through. It's in your hands to shift this life into the life that you deserve and the life that you wanted to have and that you still can have. The next one is death reversed. This is resistance to change. You're resisting this change for some reason, and it's not surprising because we don't like change. We get used to a comfortable way of living. Like, I don't feel like your life is bad right now. You're just comfortable, you're complacent, but you're ready to step into this new level. And that's why your guides have been sending you so many messages. It's like, now is the time to shift. Now is the time to push forward and release the attachments that you have to this current life. Because the next card is the Four of Pentacles, which is about attachment and about like security. And I'm really hearing attachment with this card right now. Like, I feel like you're so attached to your life the way it is right now that you're resistant to this change. But we come down here and we have the Wheel of Fortune and the World. The time is now with this Wheel of Fortune. I just keep hearing that, like, the time is now to let it shine. In the World, it's the completion of a cycle. It's the completion of that cycle of the old you who was shrinking herself down, or himself, and making yourself feel like you're not enough. Like, letting other people make you feel like you're not enough. That cycle is over. It's a completed cycle. You're on to the new. You're stepping into a new world, pile number one. Wow. Now is the time. And I see the boar is the one who's sticking out right here too. And it's like adamance and tenacity, like go for it. I just keep seeing like, like go push forward, like barrel through. Have you ever seen a wild boar? Like the videos, they'll literally run through anything. They are fierce. Like, it's time to tackle your life with a fierceness like you never have before. Okay, pile number one. Let me know what you thought about your reading. I would love to hear your story and hear how things resonated with you. And if it did resonate and you liked this reading, please like and subscribe to my channel, because I will be doing more readings just like this one. And yeah, I would love to hear your story. So please feel free to comment and let me know how this resonated, how it felt for you, and what is going on in your life, and what changes you might be starting to make now. Thank you, pile number one. Hello, pile number two. So you chose number two, which is Lay of the Land, Ancestral Wisdom, and red jasper for the crystal. So red jasper is all about grounding into the earth and helping us connect with our ancestors, which is literally what this card, Lay of the Land, Ancestral Wisdom, is all about. It also has a lot to do with like planning your future and setting the groundwork to the path to your highest good, to your highest self. If you look at this person has climbed a mountain and they are standing at the top. They are connected to their ancestors and to the power that lies within to move forward to a new potential. So that's just a little bit about this card. Let's see what else your spirit guides have been trying to tell you, pile number 2. Okay. Whoa! Really talkative today. Let's see what we've got here. The Alchemist, the Scholar, and the Captain. Wow. So the Alchemist, balance, invention, and destruction. The Scholar, investigation, research. The Captain, taking command and teamwork. This is strong. This is a really strong energy I'm sensing here with you, pile number 2. Wow. So you're stepping into a chapter of your life where you are alchemizing and you're like restoring balance to your entire family line, like your ancestral line right now. You are going through some major shifts right now. I think you can probably feel it. I feel this kind of like heavy, dense energy that you've been going through, pile number 2. It's like the world is weighing you down right now, but it's not the world. It's this energy that you are meant to alchemize. That means turning darkness into light. That means it's changing the energy into what it's meant to be. Like you are the one who was chosen to alchemize this energy, pile number 2. This is huge. I'm like out of breath. Like this is big for you guys. I'm seeing so much raw energy at your fingertips right now. Like it feels like this energy is really heavy and dense and it's weighing you down, but it's just because you don't know how to hold it. That's what I'm sensing. Like this is something coming up for you to heal, but when you heal it, it's not just gonna go away, it's gonna change into like energy that you can use to like propel yourself forward. So we have the Scholar here coming up next. This is asking you to do a little bit of research, investigate, learn maybe about your ancestry, maybe do one of those 23andMe or whatever, like learn about your ancestry, see where you come from, where are your roots. But also it's a little bit more like follow your intuition on this, but it's kind of like learning different ways to alchemize energy, because there are ways to do it simply through forgiveness. There are ways to do it through meditation. There are ways to do it through emotional work, and just changing the way that you think about things is alchemy. Like there's a lot of different ways to use this. So I'm really just sensing here, like follow your intuition, the signs. Oh, the signs. Your guides have been showing you these signs. Like you already know what you're being called to investigate and what you're being called to research more on. I feel like you've been seeing almost like ads on Facebook or something. There's just something that keeps coming up for you, and it's there for a reason. Your guides are like, come on, check it out. Read a little bit more about this. So yeah, you know what it is already. Wow, okay. The Captain, taking command and teamwork. You are not in this alone. That is why your ancestors are here with you. Your family is here with you. It's not necessarily your physical family, but it's like your soul tribe. It could be your family too. If they're supportive and they are like that, then yes, definitely recruit them too. But like, this is saying it's time to take command. Like, wow, I'm getting a really strong sense actually of the forgiveness here with this card. Like, I feel like in your family line, there's been a lot of betrayal and pain, or maybe in your friend group, but it's like, again, there's that, like my heart is feeling kind of tight right now. It's like, you don't talk about this thing. Whatever, there's something that happened that you just don't talk about. Nobody talks about it. And this is like asking you to forgive it, whatever it was. Like, don't just not talk about it. Like, alchemize that energy and change it to forgiveness and move forward with a new sense of energy and go forward that way. Let's see what else comes up for you, pile number 2. clear the clutter. That's interesting. This card, not this card, but a card that said clear the clutter came up in pile number 1's reading too. So if you feel called to check out that reading too, I would maybe do that. So clear the clutter, chakras. There may be blockages in your body's energy centers. Explore ways to clear and open your chakras through energy healing and personal rituals such as yoga, breathwork, color therapy, dancing, singing, and meditation. Wow. This, I think, goes right hand in hand with the scholar. Like, this is that thing that you have been like wanting to learn more about or feeling really called to start practicing. This is, yeah, it's time to do that. It's time to clear the clutter, alchemize this energy. And I really get this sense that it's not like your energy, and it's not like you did not cause this problem. This is like genetic, this is ancestral, but you are the one who is here and being called to clear it and to take care of it, because you are the one who can, you are the one who's strong enough to do so. You are the captain. Woo! Big energy for you, pile number 2. Holy moly. Let's see what else we've got for you. A little more room here. Discipline, leadership, and action. I feel like these are meant to go like this. Okay, so we have action, discipline, and leadership here. Action, alchemize. Discipline, do the research. Take the time to learn the new practice, to do the new things, and lead your life, lead the people in your life to clear this clutter out. I feel like if this is a family thing, kind of like we talked about here, it's like that hush hush, like nobody talks about it. I feel like as you maybe reopen this conversation with a heart of forgiveness, instead of like, you know, sometimes when there's secrets or, you know, like things that you just don't talk about because you don't want to cause a problem, when we bring them up from a place of ego where we're trying to like prove that we were right or prove somebody else wrong, then that can be where it becomes an argument, it becomes a problem. But if you bring up this conversation from a place of forgiveness and love, that is when the conversation is going to change. And it's not necessarily going to be an argument, but as you talk about it and as you explain your feelings and encourage other people around you to talk about their feelings, I think that's going to bring this healing. Yeah, so lead that. Start the conversation again from a place of love and forgiveness, and watch as things shift entirely. Whew. Okay. What else have we got here? What are your guides trying to tell you? It gets sassy sometimes. Do you see that? Okay. The divine is always supporting and guiding me. I don't know if you can really see it, but look at this little owl. I feel like that's one of your spirit guides, and he's just been sitting there like, yes, finally you hear the message. And then, excuse me, I release negative thoughts about myself and my life. Wow, what better way to forgive than by just releasing the negative thoughts? And I feel like maybe this thing that needs to be forgiven hurt you in a way that it made you doubt yourself and think negatively about yourself. Perhaps for some of you, not everyone. I can definitely tell that's not everyone. But it's really just asking you to release these thoughts. Maybe it's even like thoughts of like, you're mad at yourself because you haven't forgiven this person yet, or you feel like you can't forgive them. Like, release all of that. Like, today is a new day. This moment is a new moment from a minute ago. Like, you can change your life at any given time. There's something called the sunk cost fallacy, where we think because we felt a certain way for so long, or we've put so much emotional energy or money or whatever into something, then that means we have to just keep going, or we lose everything that we put in there. You've already lost everything that you've put in there. It's time to move forward. It is a fallacy to think that just because you spend a lot of time or energy doing something that you have to keep doing it that way. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say for you. I have this deck that I didn't realize when I bought it that it's a mini one, but I love it, so I will never stop using it. Wow. So, right after release negative thoughts about myself and my life, we got the Eight of Swords, which is literally all about doing just that. Okay. Oh, wow. This is big, you guys. I'm excited for you. Okay. So, first things first. Hope you can see these. Excuse me. So, we have the Eight of Swords. Release those negative thoughts about yourself and your life. If you see here, this is a woman and she's bound and she's blindfolded and she's in a cage of swords. The swords in tarot are all about our thoughts and the mind and the intellect. This is saying all this prison that you find yourself in, it is all in your mind. These are just swords. She's not even bound very tightly. She could easily cut herself free with the swords. You can use your own mind to free yourself here. And it's all on you. That's what I'm seeing here. Like, it sounds like that's a big, heavy, scary thing, but it's so empowering to think that, like, you don't have to wait for anyone's permission. You don't have to wait for anyone else to be able to just step out of here and free yourself. The Fool is next. Jump. Go for it. Like, start this new adventure. The time for a new beginning is now. The Fool's journey begins now. So, next one, Five of Wands. That's about conflict. Do not be afraid of causing conflict by bringing up these matters that need to be forgiven. Now is the time to allow that to happen. And again, if you come at it from love, you might get a little bit of pushback, but the more that you approach it with love instead of like engaging in the negative stuff that comes up, the more you'll be able to overcome that. You have the World. It's time to let go. Her hat is blowing away and she is okay with it. Like, it's time to let go of these past hurts. It's time to free yourself and your entire ancestral line. I'm seeing here, like, as you do this healing, your entire ancestral line is going to heal. This is like huge. Like, you are here to do this work, and that shows up here too in the Judgment card, which we're getting to. So the World. It's time to complete this cycle. This cycle, I feel like this has been, whatever this thing is within your family or your soul tribe or whatever, that's been kind of like hush hush or not addressed in a very long time. This is the completion of that. You are healing an entire cycle of pain in your family. The King of Wands. This is your time to rise up and do this. Like, he's about to take over the world here. Like, this is, like, you have this fire, this energy, this potential to just stand up into your power and heal this. But it's all on you. It's all on you. And then we have Judgment, which is the rebirth card. It's also the card of, like, what is your calling? Because Judgment is about, you know, kind of like the end times, like, what are you going to be judged for in your life? It is your purpose. Like, what did you follow your purpose? Did you come here and do the things that your purpose was guiding you to do? And it's like following your soul's song. And your soul is singing to you to clear this clutter, to heal from this negative thing that's been plaguing your ancestors and your family for generations. You've got this, pile number 2. Thank you for your reading, or for listening to this reading, I should say. If you would like to share anything about this reading, please comment. I would love to hear your story. I would love to hear if this resonated for you. And if it did, please like and subscribe, because I will be posting more videos just like this one. And again, I would really love to hear your story. So please comment and tell me how this reading affected you. If you have any other questions, feel free to message me as well. I love to connect. So thank you, pile number 2, for watching your reading today. Welcome, pile number 3, to your reading today. So you chose pile number 3, which is the card of many masks, the authentic self. So this is interesting because you also chose the clear quartz. And clear quartz is all about, clear quartz is the one crystal that can literally be used as a substitution for any other crystal. So when we're talking about the many masks, it's like being adaptable, being able to put on a mask when you need to, but it's also about your authentic self, because at your core you are still this beautiful clear quartz, and this is who you are. Because you chose this card, I really get the sense that you are kind of like a shapeshifter. You tend to blend in or just kind of like change with the energies that are around you. And that doesn't mean always that you're being inauthentic. Sometimes that is your authentic self, is somebody who can kind of, blend in anywhere and mix with any kind of an energy. But it is important to not lose yourself in said energies, because a lot of people who have this ability to shift their energy to match the energies of others, we tend to be almost kind of like submissive sometimes, to where we'll let another person take over our lives for us, and that is not the best way to be. This is about being your authentic self and turning your adaptability into your superpower, because you can use that to blend in with anyone, which means you can choose people who are going to take you for granted and use and abuse you, or you can choose to start associating with people who are like in the energy you want to be in, and you will adapt to that energy. Does that make sense? So let's see what else the universe has in store for you, pile number 3. Ooh, being called to the tarot right away. This is kind of a froofy tarot deck. It's very positive, which is a good thing, but it's kind of like a mix of tarot and oracle, I feel. Okay, interesting. Wow. Okay, so first card, we have the 9 of Spring, which is the 9 of Wands. Protect the fruits of your labors. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. The 10 of Winter. The resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency. We have the 2 of Winter. Indecision is holding you back. Make the choices that are best for you rather than trying to please others. Feeling trapped between the intellectual and the emotional. The King of Autumn, which is the King of Pentacles. Compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and gifted. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way. A good person or company to work for. Then we have the King of Winter, which is the King of Swords, right next to him. Knowledgeable, experienced, fair-minded, unemotional. Get advice from someone professional and objective. Public speaking, unemotional relationships. Then we have the Prince of Summer. Romantic, captivating, dramatic, and flirtatious. Falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during very emotional experiences. Okay. So I can definitely see why you got the Many Masks card. I feel like you are kind of in a battle with yourself right now. It's like you're trying to figure out the next steps to take, and you don't know if you need to be this compassionate, charismatic, take care of everybody kind of person, or somebody who is just looking out for themselves and making sure that they're pushing forward the way that they need to. I kind of get the sense that you recently had a falling out with somebody very important to you, and that you're kind of struggling with what to do moving forward. Like, what did you need to learn from this? Like, do you trust people again or not? Like, I get this sense of like, I don't know, you just overcame some kind of a big challenge here, We also have the Prince of Summer, which is like, okay, so do I want to be this kingly energy and just take control of my life, or do I want to just kind of go with the flow and be romantic and flirtatious and captivating and just having fun? Like, you see, he's just riding on a dandelion. Like, I feel like you're just at this point in your life where you're wondering which way to go. Like, what do I do? And this whole reading is like, what have your spirit guides been trying to tell you? First of all, you have many masks. You can be all of these at the same time. Well, not necessarily at the same time, but you can be all of these and choose which one makes your decision for you in the moment. Like, you don't have to be compassionate and perfect and make sure everything's all together all the time. You don't have to be cold all the time. You don't have to be like giddy and having fun all the time. Like, you can literally shift in between these ways of being at will. And it's okay to do that. It does not mean that you're not being authentic to yourself. It means that you have the potential and the ability to be all these different people, and that's okay. That's okay. That makes you strong, as long as you're still going after what you want and you know what you need and what you want. The 9 of Spring here. Protect the fruits of your labors, prepare for the possible challenges that lie ahead. Yeah, I feel like you have these challenges ahead of you. There's something, pile number 1, there's something pile number 3, there's something right in front of you. Like, you have to make a choice. Your life is changing in some kind of a way, and you're not sure how to step forward. And you're maybe even afraid of stepping forward. Maybe this change was not something you wanted to happen. Maybe it hurt a lot with the 10 of Winter coming up here. That's the 10 of Swords. But this is the resolution of difficulties. Whatever happened did not happen to you, it happened for you. And you're in this state of like confusion with the 2 of Swords. You're like, what do I do? Like, I feel like I'm stuck. Like, I don't know how to proceed. Your spirit guides want you to know, and what they've been trying to tell you is you don't have to have it all figured out right now. You can do it moment by moment. You can act like the King of Pentacles one day and the King of Swords the next day, and then the Prince of Cups the next day. It's okay to change and to shift and to find the things that feel right to you. The biggest thing with people who have this like fluid personality that shifts with their circumstances and with the people that they're around is following your intuition. Like, learning how to trust it too. Like, learning what is a yes for you and what is a no for you, and going with that in the moment, knowing that it's going to shift. It's going to shift with your environment. It's going to shift with the people around you. It's going to shift with your situation, and just learning to trust that yes or that no in the moment, because you're not going to always be able to rely on your logic. Because part of you is going to want to be this way, another part of you is going to want to be this way, and you're going to fight with yourself because of that. It's all about learning your yes and your no, and going in the moment, following the person you need to be in the moment. You don't have to be one way all the time. Whew. Let's see what else we have for you, pile number 3. Surrender to miracles. I love this card. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel good and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. Whew. I sense this kind of like darkness, this thing that happened in your life, or this big choice that you have to make is like, it is big and it is scary, and you don't know where you're going or what's going to happen. And the universe, that your spirit guides are telling you, like, miracles are on their way. Like, everything that happened or is happening for you again. And you need to surrender to the universe and to knowing that something magical, something mysterious, something miraculous is right around the corner. And you need to trust that. You need to trust that. Let's see what else is here for you. Wowza. Ooh. Truth and boundaries. Ooh, okay. this is interesting. Here's the many masks. Here's the dragon looking in the mirror at the truth. And then we also have boundaries. So as I talked about earlier, with this kind of like fluid personality that you tend to have, you can sometimes get swept up in other people's energy. And so this is like telling you to look at your truth and set boundaries with the people who are not in alignment with that truth. And your truth is that yes and that no. Finding that intuition, that drive within you to see what it is that you're going for. I know sometimes, especially with this kind of personality, it can be really hard to know what you want at any given moment. But you know, like you have this thing that you always come back to, you know, and that's your truth. And I think I'm really getting the sense that like meditating or even just journaling or thinking about what is it you really want and write it down so that it's tangible, it's in writing, you know, like you can go back to it. Who are you? What do you want? That's your truth. And make sure that's in alignment with your intuition. Set those boundaries with the people, things, places that are not in alignment with that truth. And surrender to the miracles that will happen when you set these boundaries. You might find pushback from people, situations, or places, but the things that are meant for you might go away for a minute. They might push back for a minute when you set a boundary, but they will come back around even stronger than before, almost miraculously sometimes, to reinforce that truth, to show that they are here for you no matter what. They're not going to leave because you set a boundary. Anyone or anything that leaves because you set a boundary was not meant to be in your life in the first place. So, yes, okay. Whew, what else is going on for you, pile number 3? Woohoo! Oh yeah, those are all supposed to be there. Okay, you got a lot going on here. Okay. So before we get into all this, let's see what we have here. Make a mission statement for your soul. Like I said, oh my God, this is literally what I just said about writing in a journal. Like, what do you want? What is your mission statement for your soul, for your life? Why are you here? What are you doing in this life on earth? Are you just living day to day? Just getting by on autopilot? Are you just working because you need money? Or are you doing something that you care about and something that means something to you? Are you taking care of a family? Does that mean something to you? Like, really make a mission statement for your soul. And it doesn't have to be some grand, I'm gonna save the world kind of thing. It can just be, I wanna find work that brings me joy, that I find meaningful. I wanna take care of my family. I want to be a good mother, brother, sister, whatever. I want to be a good friend. I want to have a good time. Like, that's an okay way to live too. But you need to know what's true for you, because you, the muse, are the one who's in charge. What is your truth? This you, the muse card goes right into your truth. You need to look at yourself as your own muse to figure out who you really are without all this fluctuating. Like, that's always going to be a part of you, but you don't have, like I said, you can surrender to it and like get washed away in other people's energy, or you can use it as a superpower to blend into where you want to go. Like, you just have to make the choices with the boundaries and like going where you need to be, because you know wherever you go, you're gonna blend in. So that's what's important there. Prosperity, sisters, are happiness and joy. So if you want prosperity, find out what brings you happiness and joy. You, the muse. What is the mission statement for your soul? What is going to bring you happiness and joy in this life? Okay, let's see what else we've got here. The distraction of shiny things. Follow through and rise. Oh my God, wow. So again, people with these many masks, with this fluctuating energy, we do tend to find distraction of shiny things a lot. Okay, but this is saying like you need to stop letting those distractions take you away from your life, your mission statement. Like, you need to learn to follow through on the promises you make to yourself. And I feel like starting with this mission statement for your soul is that promise you're making to yourself. These distraction of shiny things, they're always going to be there. You're always going to have that challenge, but you need to learn to follow through anyway, and that is how you rise. That is how you rise into your next level of being, your next level of life. And finally, we have Creator Alchemy. Holy moly, pile number 3. I love this for you. So this deck has Creator Fire, Creator Air, Creator Water, Creator Earth, and then Creator Alchemy, which is the one who can do it all. This is what's the power. This is the power that we have as somebody who is like a shapeshifter, kind of. Like, we can do whatever we want. Like, we have the power to alchemize any energy and use it however we want to. We are not confined to just water or to just fire. Like, and if you know anything about like the zodiacs and everything, you know that there's like earth, air, water, fire, and those have specific traits. You are not bound to any of those specific traits. You are here to alchemize, to create the energy that you want to see. But you have to make this mission statement for your soul and decide what you want to go for, because the world is available to you. And it's up to you to decide where you take that. So thank you, pile number 3, for your reading. Please let me know in the comments if this resonated for you. And if it did, please like and subscribe for more readings just like this one. And I love to hear people's stories. So if you want to message me or leave a comment and tell me your story and how this resonated for you, I would love that. Thank you very much for your reading. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, pile number 3.